organization cannot say, I do not have the bandwidth or the monetary requirements for it. So I'll give you a simple example. Nowhere is the act specifying a percentage of turnover like the GDPR. So when they're giving a blanket figure of up to 150 crores, up to 250 crores, up to 100 crores, you need to understand that the magnitude of offense, like let's say if it's a hospital data, there have been actual cases, like I will not quote the cases, but abroad there have been cases where HNIs have been targeted. Their medical information when they're hospitalized was manipulated to, obviously create a risk to their life. And in India, this could be happening so many times. As a matter of fact, many people who are actively involved in data protection would be aware in the year 21 and 22. In India, majorly, most of the hospitals face cyber breaches, even right now. Medical data is the second highest targeted data after financial data. That's of banks and insurance, etc. So considering the sensitivity of such data, so whether you may say I'm a small clinic, that does not mean that you cannot risk your patient's life. End of the day, you need to understand the repercussion. You may say, I don't have 100 crores. But then in that situation, if you even read the CPC, in the event there is a compensation, in the event there is any kind of money, that's a civil.
Very clear. It talks of a personal breach. This law is only applicable if there is a breach of a digital personal information. So the moment I give a non-digital personal information, which is maybe a printout, then technically from a standpoint, from a interpretation standpoint, it can be argued that this is not coming within the ambit of this law. But if I give a printout of a PAN card or an Aadhaar, which subsequently gets digitized, I still come within the ambit of this law. So in each particular case, look at whether the ultimate digitization of the personal data took place or not. If it has taken place and subsequent thereto, there's been a data breach, then of course, this law is going to be applicable. But if I was to just give my Aadhaar or a PAN card number, photocopy to my cellular service provider, who does not digitize it, but monetizes it by selling it, then to that extent, it would not really qualify as a breach under the digital personal data protection legal framework. But these are very, very great complications. We'll have to still await for more clarifications in the rules and regulations that the government may come up very shortly.
So for all practical purposes, people are going to digitize. Very few are going to sell it as like a Xerox copy, right? So for all practical purposes,